Have you ever wished that you could have a team of assistants helping you with your podcast? Well, you can, sort of. And I'm going to be showing you how with Custom GPTs. It's like having custom built assistants dedicated to helping you grow your podcast. And today I'm going to be showing you several ways that you can use Custom GPTs for your show. But real quick, what actually is a Custom GPT? If you happen to catch my last video, you know that OpenAI launched a bunch of brand new features for ChatGPT and their API. And one of those new features is Custom GPTs. Think of GPTs like having your own custom version of ChatGPT only for you. It can understand you, your business, even your podcast if you want it to, and you can train it to understand your needs as a podcaster to help you grow your show. So let's talk about these different ways that you can use Custom GPTs. The first one is creating a Custom GPT to help you with titles and descriptions. This could be why you're struggling to get listeners. Your titles and descriptions just aren't cutting it. Those are the first things people notice before clicking on an episode, and they're scrolling right past yours. Now imagine having titles and descriptions that instantly draw attention and speak to your audience. You can create a Custom GPT whose sole purpose is to help you with those titles and descriptions. And all you have to do is upload that transcript and your Custom GPT will take care of the rest. Now let's talk about one of the reasons why people aren't even finding your show. And that could be because of your show notes or lack of show notes. Now if you want my honest opinion, show notes are one of the most underrated pieces of content in the podcasting industry. SEO is not talked about enough in podcasting, and people searching on Google can be a major contributor to your podcast growth. That means having SEO optimized show notes on your website is a crucial aspect of your growth. And you can build a Custom GPT specifically designed to help you write your show notes. With your own Custom GPT, that means you can generate show notes that are not just informative, but also engaging for your audience. It makes your podcast much more discoverable in search engines. Now, if your podcast isn't growing, maybe your content needs a fresh perspective. And here's a smart way to do it. Use Custom GPTs to analyze your episode content and give you feedback. A Custom GPT like this can almost act like a podcast coach, helping you elevate your game with each and every episode. Now, before we get to the last three, if what I'm talking about is resonating with you and you'd actually like to give GPTs like this a try, we actually launched 6 new Custom GPTs inside the NEXTGEN podcaster community doing exactly what we're talking about here. All members of the NEXTGEN podcaster community get access to all of the Custom GPTs that we build. Plus, we teach you how you can actually build your own as well. So if you want to give them a try and you're interested in learning how to build your own, I'll put a link down in the description so you can join the community completely free. Okay, so let's talk about understanding your listeners better. How often do you actually look at your podcast analytics? And a better question, do you know what you're looking at inside your podcast analytics? Custom GPTs can dive into your own analytics and reveal hidden truths about what your audience loves about your show. If set up correctly, that Custom GPT could even suggest content for you based on what's worked in the past. And do it pretty quickly. Something that would take you or I potentially hours to sift through all of the data and come up with the best possible next piece of content. ChatGPT and this Custom GPT that you build can do it in a matter of seconds. All right, now have you ever wondered what makes other podcasts successful but not yours? With a Custom GPT, we can begin to uncover that. You could build a Custom GPT dedicated to analyzing what's working for these top shows. That means you could learn from their strategies and structures and formulas and adapt them to your own show. There's a reason these shows are at the top of the charts. And with a Custom GPT, we can begin to better understand what that secret formula is that keeps them up at the top. All right, now I feel like social media is the bane of every podcaster's existence. Great job. You just finished a brand new killer episode, and your reward? Creating even more content to try to get your audience to see the content you actually want them to see. But here's how we can help fill that missing piece. You could build a Custom GPT that not only scans and analyzes your podcast content, but generates posts for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok to help you spread your voice and your message and attract new listeners to your podcast. And probably one of the coolest things about Custom GPTs is that you don't have to develop these extremely elaborate prompts every time you sit down to use ChatGPT. All you have to do is set the GPT up once and you can continue to use it over and over again. And although building a Custom GPT sounds complicated, it's actually really easy. And to prove it to you, Mark and I put together a video right here walking you through that process.